I asked AI, could society collapse after the 2024 election? Here was the answer.
The 2024 election could be a tipping point, especially with the intense and polarized showdown between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. With heightened extremism on both ends of the political spectrum, some experts warn that society might face unprecedented challenges, even collapse. But how could this happen? First, consider the current level of polarization. Harris and Trump represent starkly different visions for the nation, each with loyal and passionate supporters. Both sides may feel alienated if their candidate loses, leading to deep distrust, not just in government but in fellow citizens. Such distrust could erode the social fabric that keeps communities together. In a worst-case scenario, social collapse could be fueled by economic instability. Recent inflation, housing crises, and employment shifts have placed pressure on millions of households. If the incoming administration, whether it's Harris or Trump, fails to address these issues, we could see increased economic hardship, potentially leading to mass protests, strikes, or even widespread civil unrest. A fractured economy can lead to shortages and destabilize communities. Access to resources, food, medicine, housing, could become a point of contention. If instability spreads to essential services, basic needs may no longer be met in certain areas, creating desperation and fueling further unrest. But social collapse may not just come from the streets, it may happen digitally. Both campaigns have inspired intense online debate, and some radical factions on each side use social media to spread misinformation and fuel distrust. This could intensify post-election, with extremist groups calling for action and amplifying divisive narratives. Law enforcement and government agencies may struggle to manage the fallout. If dissent escalates, enforcing laws could become more challenging. Heightened demands for security might lead to increased surveillance or even martial law in extreme cases, which could be seen as a loss of freedom, further inflaming tensions. However, history shows that in times of collapse, communities often adapt. Neighborhoods may turn to self-sufficiency, creating local networks to meet needs as they find ways to sustain themselves. These communities may become the backbone of society in a time of disarray, offering resilience and hope. Ultimately, preventing societal collapse requires effort from every side, leaders, media, and each of us. We need to bridge divides, build trust, and focus on creating solutions that work for everyone. Otherwise, the aftermath of a Harris-Trump showdown could bring society to the brink.
As the 2024 election approaches, tensions are rising and the stakes feel higher than ever. Today, we've explored the question, could society be on the brink? Is the future one of collapse or resilience? AI has shared its analysis, but in the end, this future depends on all of us. What do you think? Did AI capture the truth about where we're headed, or do you see things differently? Let us know in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going.